inviting. So as I was discussing during the food only, that it gives pleasure probably to talk to all entrepreneurs and probably from different fields, because we most of the times either see sad faces of patients or stressed out faces of my colleagues. So it's difficult, and it's probably very happy to see that it's probably at various ages and various stages of life, with all the busy schedules, you are able to probably connect to social causes and to multiple reasons. So I think the purpose of me here coming is as a part of social activities which we are doing already, and as Yogesh Bhai already said that we are running a dialysis center, and I was just discussing with Viren Bhai, we're doing around 500 dialysis a month. So what is important for all of us, that is the key here. So once you become a patient, it's a different aspect, but I hope with the data which is already there, the world data or probably the Indian directory data, 1 in 3 patient is hypertensive, and somewhere around 1 in 8 patient is a diabetic. It's a population study. So every third individual which I'm seeing is going to be hypertensive, and every 8th or 10th patient which I'm seeing, or a person I'm seeing, is going to be diabetic. So where are we here in this per se? So what as a society we can do to improve that, and what as an individual you can do to improve that? So all of us know that all of us will have 1 or 2 patients at home with various diseases. So as a social unit, it becomes important to have a prospective preventive strategy. Once you are diseased, you're going to need doctors, you're going to need hospitals, there is no doubt on that. But what the generation probably, or what we are seeing today, is more and more younger people which are getting diseased much faster. So as I was discussing, I think during food, that probably the 96-year uncle where my patient, he just said that probably we had sad demise of him. Yesterday I saw 99. So with this generation, we are not going to see that. That was an era of probably that generation because of their good lifestyle, good food that we could see. In today's, I don't think probably that the younger generation is going to see maybe 60, 65 also. All of us believe that there are so many younger deaths, either due to pandemics or due to stressful lives or due to our lifestyle diseases which is there. So my probably talk will here be to start with is, how many of us probably here have patients at home? Let us start from there. How many of you have patients at home, either diabetic?
1/3 of these will be Rotarian patients.
Yeah, so that's important. So what are we doing ourselves except for visiting doctors to be healthy and to be preventive? And as a part of social organization, how are you conveying message to the younger generation to be more healthy or preventive? So that is where you have to learn that art, as we say. So कई बार आपके पास younger generations, your family members, your relatives will be there. They will see you are, I think everyone will have one diabetic at home. You see that their life suddenly starts slowing down. Once you are more than 8 years, 10 years of diabetes, your goals change. I have seen so many patients. जो नॉर्मल है वो सोचता है कि मैं ये घर लूंगा, मैं ये ऑफिस लूंगा, मेरा ये टारगेट है. डायबिटिक का टारगेट क्या है? मैं 10 साल जीऊंगा क्या? मुझे किडनी की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, मुझे हार्ट अटैक नहीं आएगा, मुझे स्ट्रोक नहीं होगा. So that is how your prospects of life changes. So they don't think of doing some good work to society or probably good work for themselves or family. They are just worried for their own life. That is the fact of life. Once you are diagnosed with diabetic at 25 or a kidney disease or a heart attack at whatever age, less than 30 or 40, which we are commonly seeing, your prospect is not to live up to 60. It's because everyone knows with so much of diabetes, वो जमाने में नहीं जी पाते थे 30 साल, तो ये जमाने में तो it is practically not possible with the type of lifestyles we are having. And तभी तो भी sugars and thyroids were all much better. Now we see after COVID, so we see sugars of 700, 800, ऐसा sugar दिखता है. पहले 200 था तो we were all worried, अरे 200 है. Now 500, 600 तो is like a common thing. People say 500 ही है ना, खाया थोड़ा तो बढ़ गया. So the prospect from your end has to change in a way where we have to convey a message. One is all younger generations, wherever we are seeing, to probably make them more active on the front of getting themselves tested. Everyone tells me a reason that I am healthy, I don't have any disease. But the concept of disease has changed. You are never now, this generation, we never say that you are healthy unless you document me with a report. that significance of healthy life or I am healthy is gone long back. I can see faces, or I will show you to my clinics, everyone will look healthy, everyone will come well dressed. It's difficult to diagnose किसका कितना creatine है और किसका कितना kidney चल रहा है. You will see, अरे he's looking very good, यार looking handsome, and suddenly he'll say, अरे मैं तो dialysis पे. It is possible. So that appearance वाला जो stage था कि you are looking good means you are normal has gone. We see so many times patients को कुछ भी नहीं है. Today morning I have seen a girl, no complaints, absolutely better. Just had headache, went to some doctor, got blood pressure checked, it was 220, got her kidney functions test, the creatinine was 7. I had to declare that your kidney is functioning less than 10%. 31-year-old, no complaints, absolutely. Planning for, married for 2 years, and they are planning for infertility treatment. So this is how it is common to see. So awareness regarding basic lifestyle diseases, awareness for blood pressure and diabetes, awareness for regularly testing yourselves. Earlier there used to be a concept कि 40-50 के बाद हुए तो yearly blood test करना चाहिए. Now the concept has changed. If you are about 20, I suggest everyone as a part of preventive year, you test yourself yearly. It's a matter of fact. I will not say proud. I have a staff of 24, all of them less than 45. And we have as a doctor, I have yearly checkups for everyone. And you will not believe, out of 24, 19 are deceased. 19. किसी को थायराइड है, किसी को शुगर है, किसी को बॉर्डरलाइन किडनी है, किसी को फैटी लीवर है, किसी को अर्ली ईसीजी चेंजेस है. So this is common. So this is very common. So as a part of this social organization, I would want that wherever we are, as I heard probably something regarding to recycling, something regarding to new trainings, why not take a part of having routinely probably younger generation population screening. I would not say disease patient screening, normal population screening, which is important, just to make everyone aware. So wherever there are Rotary centers, we can have free blood pressure, free sugar, free weight checkups. Very easily doable, at no extra cost. Yeah, I see so many of yours. I don't believe everyone must be checking their blood pressures even monthly. Even if you are deceased, we are not, and even if you are not deceased, we are not. So I think that is important here to probably on this platform to discuss these things rather than to discuss कि मैं किडनी में क्या करता हूँ और हम डायलिसिस में क्या करते हैं. I don't want you to get the disease. My motto is to prevent people from going to disease stage. That is very stressful for family, financially, socially, economically. Kidney disease is like, I always say my patients, it's a rich man's disease. If you're born with good spoon, golden spoon, you're good. I have seen riches going to rags, ऐसा है वो. They start with just look, slowly, by the time 5 years, sir कोई trust hospital है तो बता दो ना, अभी पैसा नहीं है. That is how the disease can treat you. You may be running in Mercedes, but with time, 5 years, 10 years, if you are getting admitted 4-5 times. And the worst problem for today's generation is because they are believing everyone is healthy, no one takes insurances. Health insurance is the biggest problem. Once you are, I have my assistant only, I think, once you come to clinic, he's 42. Suddenly, just for sitting next to me, he said, I have chest pain, I got an ECG. He had blocked, probably some changes, I got him admitted, we got his angiography, he had 6 blocks, underwent bypass. Insurance 2 lakh. The Fortis ka cost of bill of CABG was 6 lakhs. Whatever we could support. But now being a heart patient, lifelong insurance तो बढ़ने वाला नहीं है. So I said 42 पे ये हो गया. By the time you are 52, your requirement will be at least 50 lakhs. But you only have 2 lakhs. So the family pressure is very much. So nothing can be done because the sole earning member has the problem. So awareness regarding health, early detection. Probably wherever you have, we have meetings or we have programs, you should promote health insurances. So as a part of that, that is what is going to save the population. Because पहले disease होता नहीं था. Once you are at 30 diabetic, you are never going to get insurance. Never any company is going to give you insurance of any amount. The moment you mention diabetes, story is over. फिर people feel अरे अभी मेरे को insurance नहीं मिल रहा है. Then they do all false things. छुपाते हैं, इधर से पॉलिसी निकाला, उधर से पॉलिसी निकाला. But they forget के सामने भी जुगाड़ वाले डॉक्टर्स हैं. वो पकड़ ही लेते हैं. So probably on this platform, I prefer that this should be the top of discussions, and wherever required as a part, probably us or as a part of team, we should make some policies, because Rotary being internationally, nationally recognized platform, multiple centers all over, we can do wonders. So before, I think plastic waste recycling is definitely very important, but probably this sort of programs will help the community much more. As rightly sir pointed out, education, so education is one more important part, but there are many patients who are still struggling. I remember my KM days, I am still associated as an associate professor to JJ. We have OPDs which runs for 14 hours, 400, 500 patients, and the amount of time I give them is 30 seconds. They wait for 12 hours and what I can give them is 30 seconds. It's not because I want to, but that's how. If I have to finish 300 or 400 in a day in 12-13 hours, my team has to work in that way where I cannot do much. So everyone wants to help out everywhere. So I think let us pledge in a way that we can cut down on the disease front. Let's try being healthy. Second important part is obesity. So one more go, not related to kidneys, but obesity is affecting all of us. We don't know, but the reason for maximum kidney disease, heart disease, liver disease, the root cause is obesity. Not everyone will look obese, but because of stresses and what we see today, the blood pressure, sugar starts early because the food lifestyle, the food habits, the stress factors, the targets which the newer generation has is much more. Earlier it was like roti kapda makan, which everyone used to say. Now there is nothing of that sort. Everyone wants to probably have the best and easy finance. So you, even if the salary is not good, you will see them riding a 1 lakh, 2 lakh bike, having Apple mobile phones 1.5. Whereas if you ask salary, my boat drivers has Apple phones worth probably 1.2 lakh. Salary is just 20,000. एक को 3 बच्चे, एक को 2 बच्चे. सर मैं कभी मजे करेगा. So no insurances. Every time you are there ना. That is the reason which I get. थक गया हूँ मैं ही बता के. One is 7-year-old, 7 year से job पे, and one is 5 years से. I am tired के I will pay the premium. नहीं वो मेरे को दे दो ना, मेरे को दूसरा खर्चा भी है. So that is the concept. So even I am not able to change people around. It's difficult, but it will take time. But probably that will help, because the day the main pillar gets affected, it's going to be worried. So that is important, and routine screening for all of us. So all of us, it is very important whether you are deceased or not deceased. Routinely checking your blood pressure, weight, sugars, and because all diseases what you hear or all deaths what you hear, I think the Satish Kaushik recent evidence, and previously we have multiple. Everyone is healthy. वो सब videos आ रहे. He was playing Holi and he was singing. So one of us could be there, because we never know अंदर क्या है. Satish always looked obese. Right from the calendar days, Mr. India days, he's always been obese. We don't know अंदर क्या है. Of course it's a thing, but he will be deceased, but no one knows. So like same way here, because of that social pressure, no one tells what everyone has. घर पे बीवी को भी कई बार पता नहीं रहता है कि अंदर क्या पील चल रहा है. Patient आके बोलता है बोलो मत किसी को. Don't tell me I am taking this pills. So because you don't want to, it's the social pressures. Telling someone neighbor में कि भाई diabetic food दे दे, मेरे को diabetes है, it's a crime. Coming to a place and asking कि मैं rice नहीं खाऊंगा. अरे क्यों नहीं खा रहे rice? You have diabetes क्या? तुमको sugar है? So we have patients जो शादी में जाते हैं don't take insulin. Sir, I had marriage. So what? But किसी के सामने insulin कैसे लगाने का? Social stress. As people knowing that you have diabetes is a social stress. People knowing that you have blood pressure is a social stress. So that all has to come out. Like we age, everyone is going to be deceased. And everyone, wherever you are seeing, 50, as I said, 1 in 3, तो automatic हो जाता है कि इधर से, if we are 40 of years here, 15 to 20 is deceased with blood pressure. There is no doubt. So I don't have to calculate, sit and calculate कि इसमें से कौन रहेगा. It is as easy as that. So probably targeting, avoiding hidences, don't avoid your diseases. Try to be healthy wherever possible. And only way to prevent yourself is good lifestyle. See, asking patient not to eat, not to attend marriages, not to drink, not to smoke is probably not possible in today's world. I get 40 years old whom I say don't do socializing. They say, अरे डॉक्टर ही बराबर नहीं है. You're asking me not to party on Saturday. I work Monday to Friday to party on Saturday. Asking them not to drink, not to smoke is like you're asking me to do things. Then why should I live? I'm here to party and enjoy. Even if I live up to 50, I'm happy. So probably healthy lifestyles is an important part. One day a week, enjoy. Rest 6 days is yours. Probably take care of yourself. That is how it is going to work for everyone, whosoever it is. I would say probably many of our senior citizens here are lucky that the generation was much better there, much healthier there. Now right from air, morning walks be dangerous hai. So you read articles every day morning, people have started getting hypersensitive pneumonitis or lung diseases because they are doing morning walks. You read every day morning, you will see articles which says that because of poor AQI or the air quality, people are getting lung diseases. They are getting interstitial lung disease where they are requiring oxygen and steroids because of pollution. So being healthy is going to be a crime soon. Asking or expecting that I will not have a disease is going to be a challenge. So it's like everyone will not become Ambani. Similarly, after some year, the question will be, will anyone become healthy? Because slowly the disease is going to hit in next coming years. So I probably from the point, my point of view, my take home message will be screening yourselves whenever possible, regular healthy lifestyles, exercise, good diet. All my Gujju Marwadi friends, आदत छोड़ दो. Patients even come to clinic, मिठाई तो छूटता ही नहीं है sir. So even if asked, probably stressed out होना ही छूटता है. And most common culprit or in today's world is rice and gehu, which all Indians are habituated to eat. Wheat and rice is the key. If you leave that, you're going to live longer. Promote to all your family members. See, even Ambani has to run in the morning. Even if being the world's richest person, he has to get up at 5:30 and run. No money can save you. It is only a healthy lifestyle. You go to marine lines, you will see all film stars and VIPs running in the morning. बाजू में VIP security car चलते रहता है और वो दौड़ते रहते हैं. It's not because they are wanting to. All film stars, all gymnasts. It's not because they are wanting to. Because they know that if they have to live longer, they have to be fit. Awareness in our probably side of population is much lesser. So I think I'll end my talk here. Any questions, because talking on kidneys or talking on diseases will be difficult. So probably a talk on health, and I think question answers will be better. Yes.
Wheat and rice is we avoided. And what is the substitute for it?
So you have millets, yes, as he said rightly. Millets is there. Multigrain attas are good. So wheat itself has very high glycemic index, high in starch, not easy to digest. So when you are eating a lot of wheat, you are bound to have central obesity. The chapatis which we have is all maida, gehu and ghee. That is what we add, or melvan ya jo hum bolte hai, malai part which we add to make it more softer. So you see all your European cultures, Chinese, Japanese, US people, the breakfast se leke raat tak they don't have carbohydrates or starch in their meal. They start with salads or probably boiled. We don't eat non-veg. They have boiled non-veg. Afternoons they again have salads and soups and dals. Evening they have a small portion of rice with either vegetable. Whereas ours is exactly opposite. Starts with paratha in the morning. Have afternoon of a heavy meal of rice, dal, chawal, because that is what we are habituated to. And evening again comes with either rice, dal, chawal or rice or farsan. So that is where it is.
In the substitute you have bajra, jawar.
You can have, yes. But that all at the end is a part of it. So slowly with time we'll have to cut down on the part of your grain intake only. The grain, whatever is eaten, gives you extra weight and probably slow to digest, because we are habituated. I see so many patients telling me, मैं 4 chapati खाता हूँ ना, 5 chapati खाता हूँ. And when I say don't eat chapatis, they Gujaratis come with a very new, unique way. I don't eat chapatis, I only eat khakras. But khakras are dangerous than chapatis. One khakra is equal to 2 or 3 chapatis, choti. And then they tell me, and all khakras from fancy food spot or tip top, where it is all fried, not the roasted ones also. Because everyone needs taste. So very high in salt again, very high in oil, and again gehu at the end of the day. So that has to change with time. So it's difficult of course for all of us, but that is the key. If asked ke baba kya chhodna chahiye, eating sugar once in a while or eating sweet once in a while is still good, because that is once in a while. That routine habit of what we are eating has to change with time. All of us probably here will have an habit of morning mein uth ke either paratha chai or pakri chai or whatever. So that has to change to a part of salads, because we don't eat fiber, we don't eat proteins. We choose to zero proteins. With CKD, whenever they come to me with kidney disease, we say restrict protein. And restriction में फिर क्या बोलते हैं, दाल मूंग सब बंद कर देंगे, पर ऐसे ही दाल मूंग इतना ही खाते हैं. You have at your home also, if you see 200 grams के वेजिटेबल में 5 जन खा लेते हैं. पाव किलो भाजी आता है, उसमें तो बाई भी खाती है और घर वाले भी खाते हैं. So content is 40 grams per person.
So isn't the moderation of the meals the middle path?
Moderation of meals will not help, because that will, all of us will have insulin resistance. If you retrospectively see what is insulin resistance, it's that craving of food. Everyone will have that phase of craving. Suddenly ऐसा भूख लगेगा, ऐसा कुछ लगेगा, you will want to either eat some chocolate, some biscuits, some sweet cream biscuits, some sweet from your dabbas, something you will need. That is insulin resistance. That's why the concept of intermittent fasting came. The one who can intermittent fast, they don't have insulin resistance. Because all of us are habituated to that food habit of 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock and again 8 o'clock. भूख लगा नहीं लगा, वर्क पे गए तो डब्बा खोल के, घर पे है तो डब्बा. अरे 12 वागेगा, 1 वागेगा, चलो जम्मा.
So you agree with intermittent fasting? People are
anyways where you can prolong. Unless you are hungry, you should not eat. That should be the concept. That's easier. Eat, there is no problem. But you have to develop that hunger. The body has to realize that they need food. Once they give an alarm of needing food, you eat. Healthy, of course. But what happens is we binge it before doing it. Before the body tells me that I am hungry, that cramp comes, we are already full and we are already past our afternoon nap. हो गया ना, अभी खा लिया. So that is where the problem is coming. And with the current thing, the problem is very high calorie foods which they consume. Still roti bhaji was better. Now the food is fries, burgers, pasta, pizza. One burger is 1000 calories almost, the cheese loaded burger. So which is as good as your 3 Indian meals. But वो खाने के बाद भी 2 घंटे में तो भूख ही लग जाता है वापस. So you're consuming one Coke or one aerated drink with one burger wherever you are. It's almost 1200 calories, which is recommended 1 day calorie intake for a person, which we finish in one go. And with Swiggy, Zomato coming in, it's become very easy. They promote it that way. एक गुलाब जामुन तो मंगा लो. हमको भी लगता है चलो ना फोन पे तो मंगाना है. So it has become easier. पहले ऐसा था, food was difficult to get. Imagine रात को अगर 11 बजे भूख लगेगा, तो during my childhood also I remember either they used to say कुछ है तो डब्बे में देख लो, otherwise morning में खाएंगे. No one is going to get up. Either you can make milk maximum and have it, have a fruit at home, have it. Now that's totally changed. Even if you have a hunger cramp at 2 o'clock, you Swiggy half an hour में कर पाएंगे. So everything is available at handstep. So again, disadvantages of technology. Advantages also because it's easy in the daytime if you're not making food. But disadvantage at night, 2 o'clock also you'll get everything. Right from cheese pav bhaji from Achija to probably pizza from Domino's. And that's why they started extending the time also. So that what US avoided 20 years back, what they didn't want, they changed their lifestyle, and that all culture has slowly started probably penetrating here. Where the food habits only have changed. So right from probably, as I was talking, my small bachchus, roti bhaji nahi jamta hi nahi, abhi se hi nahi khate. What they need is that chatpata taste and the food which is there. You give them cheese, you give them pizza, you give them bread, butter wala bread immediately. The concept is slowly changing for everyone, definitely. So including us, I remember my father, mother not eating anything, and now when we go out, everyone enjoys having Mexican and Lebanese and probably not eating the routine. So if all restaurants have slowly started becoming multi-cuisine, so there is no North Indian concept now. Because roti bhaji, everyone think, अरे बाहर जा रहे हैं तो क्या खाएंगे? अच्छी में पाव भाजी, पंजाबी. So they feel अशे अरे भाई. And then when you say we are going to eat sushi or we are going to eat momos, it's again a social status that आज sushi खाया. So there are a lot of food fads which are happening around, probably. So that probably we need to change with time wherever possible. So food habits, so we only can change. No one else can change. Most of us have an habit of eating at night and immediately going to sleep. That's how it is, because the work style is such. You come 9:30, eat, watch TV for half an hour and sleep off.
What about a midnight snack? Sometimes we feel hungry even we.
That's insulin resistance. That's what I spoke.
2 o'clock in the night.
That's what I'm saying. So that's insulin resistance. So ones who get that are pre-diabetic most of the times. So in the COVID era, a lot of pre-diabetic became diabetic. The moment the doctor gave steroid dose, sugars were 300, 400 because they were pre-diabetic. And you never get your HbA1c checked. If the person who's probably having that midnight cravings or sugar cravings, if they get their HbA1c checked, they will be in the pre-diabetic range.
So as you said, that you should do at least once in a month checkup and all. In our compound we have a medical facility we have available.
Okay.
So what I should say, because I am not a diabetic person.
Hey, one yearly routine basic checkups, which will include liver, kidney, sugar, thyroid, lipid, cholesterol, or a urine checkup. That will be one yearly. If that comes normal, then one yearly remains.
Okay.
If anything comes deranged, then probably wherever you want to direct them, direct them. If you are hypertensive, again, most of the patients are taking BP medicines, but no one knows कि normal BP कितना है.
What is the sign of hypertension?
No signs. There are no signs.
Wait,
Some signs.
suddenly-
There's no sign.
Headaches and all.
That is all with 180, 190 blood pressure. That we don't want to go for someone to go to 190. That's like an hypertensive urgency or an emergency, where I'm developing end organ or an organ injury because of blood pressure. That is when the symptom starts. Your eye pressure, brain pressure increases and you start having throbbing headache.
What are the symptoms of kidney problem?
So kidney problems, if asked, as such kidney disease is asymptomatic. Most of the patients will present with kidney disease when they are already lost 80% of their kidney function. So you start developing swelling, itching, nausea, vomiting. These are subtle signs which are common to all sorts of disease. That's why most of the times UP, गांव में they treat it as white jaundice. पीला नहीं है, पर symptoms of jaundice के हैं.
Actually, my body has developed. After 1 hour, I have to go for a urination. That is better or not?
No, so probably with age, if someone is more than 45 and has night urination or frequent urination, they have prostatic problems.
Okay.
You need to get evaluated for prostate. That's a symptom of prostate. Or high sugars, where someone will have polyuria and polydipsia. Polyuria means drinking more water again and again. Going to urination, it will be a transparent urine. Once you come out of the urine again in half an hour, you will feel thirsty. That is again a sign of diabetes or a prostatic
I
problem.
checked with my doctor. He said you are fine.
Hey, see, if you have done your test and if it is normal, then probably we can wait and watch. Then there is no need of treatment.
Is pollution causing kidney problems? Number one. Number two, are fillers in tablets also causing kidney problem because you put calcite and titanium dioxide they put it as fillers?
Yes. So probably pollution as such doesn't lead directly to kidney problems. Pollution will lead to lifestyle diseases. So more of your, like a smoking, so more of your blood pressure related changes or probably obesity and going towards lifestyle disease. So it's not going to directly affect my kidneys. So it's more of a pollutant based disease which will be affecting my lung and my vessels. From there I can develop. So it could be a part of contributing factor to kidney. Number two, lot of coatings which are there these days are all documented and cleared, which doesn't have any effect. Lot of non-branded medicines, or probably I would say not medicines which doesn't have content. Lot of your churan, bhasmas, we don't know the content. So I tell all my patients, so many patients tell, अरे वो लेता हूँ तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. But you don't want to take a bread which has 2-day का expiry. But you're ready to take a medicine which doesn't have a name also. I have Ghatkopar में around 4-5 good earning doctors, I would say, who are taking good enough amount for giving powders and churans and patient going to them. Because when they come to me, I tell them आगे जाके dialysis लगेगा, खाना बंद करो. वो नहीं बोलते. चूरन ले लो, किडनी अच्छा हो जाएगा.
No, I'm talking about like vitamin tablets.
So that doesn't have much. Yeah. So if you're taking on a longer term, probably, but we don't have documented literatures where it says that eating more of vitamin tablets or eating more of pills is going to cause something. Unless you are taking a documented antacid है या painkillers है, that is known to affect. Coating का tablet से kidney liver होगा ऐसा नहीं. That is not there.
I think that coating is mainly for sustained release, right?
So it's sustained release and basically where you want the medicine to get dissolved. Whether you want it in stomach, small intestine, large intestine, whether you have a small preparation, extended preparation, full day preparation. So earlier BP medicines used to be given 3 times, 4 times a day. Because ये नहीं था, जैसे विम बार है, विम बार पहले आता था तो आप खोलो और 4 दिन में पिघल जाता था. Now they have a plastic coating to Vim bar. You keep Vim bar in water and वो चलते ही रहता है. The moment you cut it, it starts dissolving because you've broken the plastic barrier. So that is how the tablets have different coatings and different sizes. Preparations are different. So if you see capsule के अंदर भी छोटे-छोटे गोले दिखेंगे. So that has long action. So वो धीरे-धीरे dissolve होगा. So it may give you 12-hour, 24-hour action, and it may dissolve in a particular amount of atmosphere. तो वो हिसाब से dissolve in an acidic or an alkaline atmosphere, depending on where they have.
There's a lot of mismatch between the blood sugar levels, what FDA, USA says, and what Indian Medical Association says.
The targets are same everywhere. We have different approaches to that. So all of us here will believe that probably my HbA1c of 7.5 तो normal है, मेरा 8 तो रहता ही है. It's very common for all of us. If I ask someone, HbA1c 8 तो रहता ही है मेरा. Fasting sugar 120, 130 तो रहता ही है. I have so many patients के खाने के बाद तो सर 200 के नीचे कभी गया ही नहीं. But that is what we are targeting. If you read the guidelines are same as we believe in them. It's the same guideline. It's not changing. We also follow, or the Indian guidelines follow the European or the American guidelines only. We don't have a separate guidelines. We follow the ADA or we follow the European ESC guidelines. We don't change them. So HbA1c less than 6.5 is still considered normal. Fasting sugar of 90 to 110 and a post meal और खाने के बाद का 140 to 160 is considered normal. But Indian populations, they say, even in blood pressure, 90% of patients who are taking treatment don't achieve the target goals. The problem is not achieving the goals. Most of the times we check blood pressure, we say 150, 160 है, अरे इतना तो रहता है, गोली मत बढ़ाओ. आज मैं भाग के आया हूँ, आज मैंने गोली नहीं खाया, कल मैंने शादी में खाना खा लिया था, घर पे स्ट्रेस है, बच्चे से झगड़ा हो गया. These are n number of reasons we want to give, but not accept that our blood pressure is high.
What should be ideal pressure?
130/80.
130/80.
That's a guideline.
For
less than
all age
130.
group or depending
All
on
age groups. All age groups. That's a common. We had a day before yesterday. We had a hypertensive summit for the World Kidney Day. Where a lot of population, we had it at Sanmukhanand. Lot of members had the same question. यार नॉर्मल, मैं तो एज वाला है, मेरा बीपी 150/80 तो मेरा डॉक्टर बोलता है गोली मत ले. बट देयर इज नो लिटरेचर इन गाइडलाइंस व्हिच सेज कि गोली मत ले.
they
Is
used
it
to
that
say
150/80 will not have a disease? They won't have a disease.
they used to say na 90 plus age, 100
See,
plus
if you're
age.
seeing 90 plus, it's something where you don't want to get the BP very fast down.
हाँ.
That's the reason, because they're not able to walk, they're not able to see much, they're not able to
No,
do
I'm
much.
talking about a thumb rule. You know, people used to say
130/80 is thumb rule. If anyone asks me BP, 130/80, there's no doubt. You may require 1 medicine, 2 medicine, 3 medicine, 5 medicines, 10 medicine.
maintain it
Maintain it to
130.
130/80. We have patients of kidneys who have more than 8 medicines of BP. Still, the BP target is always 130/80.
And what about diabetes? HbA1c should be for
Less
a
than 6.5
even for a diabetic.
for a diabetic. And if you are between 6 and 6.5, you are pre-diabetic. With age, 6 and 6.5, you are pre-diabetic. With time, you are going to develop diabetes if you don't take care of it.
If you don't eat for say 16 hours, is it fasting?
That's intermittent.
Yes,
fasting.
That's
Intermittent
intermittent
fasting.
fasting. That's intermittent fasting. That's good because that's why I said so that.
So you miss the breakfast.
Yeah.
I have
Right from dinner to lunch.
So there is no concept of what we used to say कि खाई लो या खाना खाने से. there is no concept that way. It changed long back. But now, if you all of us believe खाने के बाद तुरंत you feel, because the moment you eat carbohydrates, you feel that you want to sleep. So probably cutting down on the amount of calories and cutting down on the amount of time of meals is important. If someone is habituated to eat 4 hourly, can eat, but you have to eat in that way. You cannot keep on eating गाठिया पूरी and whatever in the dabbas all the time for 4 hours. वो घर से डब्बा बना के देते हैं बहुत बार, which has all counters. एक में गाठिया, एक में प्रॉब्ली ब्रेड बटर, एक में रोटी चपाती भाजी, एक में थोड़ा सा इतना सा दही रहता है, इतना बड़ा छाछ एकदम नमक डाल के. So that is how we all carry dabbas. It's not wrong, but it's a habit what we develop, that you have to eat whether you are hungry or we are not hungry. So that has to change. Let the body give you signal that I'm hungry and you eat. Simple.
What is the reason for high?
What about tea and coffee?
Tea and coffee is good because it's caffeine. All of us need, I need every day. but the amount of milk and sugar you consume is dangerous. You prefer having black coffee, black tea, happy. No problem.
Instead of sugar, jaggery is better, right?
Jaggery, the OG jaggery or the natural jaggery doesn't come. It's all chemical based jaggery. It all more of sugar. If you read the jaggery thing, वो उसमें कुछ लिखा नहीं रहता है, but it is to make it sweeter. It is all purified and chemicals से sugar ही है उसके अंदर घूम फिर के. It may not be the classical lactose sugar what we are seeing.
Honey is good.
Honey again not purified. You never get the purified. You get the Patanjali wala. You keep it 10 days outside. Slowly you will see a layer of sugar down and you will see a syrup layer above. That's all sugars. Natural कुछ मिलता नहीं. Problem ये they're all alternative source which probably our ancestors gave, but you don't get the OG product. OG is available, but it's very costly. So we always look for cheaper options.
Artificial sweeteners are good. Artificial sweeteners.
Artificial sweeteners, if you are very highly diabetic and you are habituated to sugars, good. But it's not like they are not sugar based, they are at the end sugar based only. Only thing is they don't increase your blood sugar. But the other effects of their production and of the sugar values you are going to develop. They are fructosaccharides basically. So they are a form of fructose sugars only. They are not the glucose what we are having, but they are fructose. So at the end, they may not increase your diabetes, but whatever end products they generate can cause similar sort of end organ damage what the diabetes will cause.
What is the reason for high potassium levels? And secondly, part of it is why binders are not able to bring it down. The Kamlesh has been giving me reading of 5.2 always.
So potassium is multiple. So you probably, if you are having potassium of 5.2, you will be on drugs like telmisartan or olmesartan. So most of the patients are prescribed blood pressure medicines like telmisartan, olmesartan. So these are medicines which probably known to cause hyperkalemia or increase potassium. So the potassium values are considered normal up to 5.5 if you are consuming any sort of cardiac or BP medicines. And if you have kidney issues, if you are not on medicines, then probably again potassium higher because kidneys are not able to excrete that extra potassium. So because of a defective organ, you can have high potassium, or probably because of the medicine. Because what happens, Kamlesh bhai never knows what medicines you are taking, and you never tell them. As I said, koi batata nahi.
He can always ask.
Because for him it is like just giving values. So most of the times what happens is no one wants to give you the values exactly. So no blood lab tests don't ask for history. They just want the test and they issue the report. So probably you will be on medicines, telmisartan or olmesartan. If you read your medicine names, you'll find.
They have removed one tablet which was causing this.
So that's probably the tablet related change.
Now mango season is coming, mango season. So how does mango will affect diabetes?
Any fruit is all, they are all known to increase sugars. So if you're eating fruit, no problem. Mumbai people or Indians are habituated of taking fruits not as a meal. It's a supplementary to your food. पेट भर खाना खाते हैं और फिर मैंगो लेके बैठते हैं. That is the problem. So if you see all fruits also, morning also, fruit juice or fruit shake is not affecting. It is you have all your paratha, bhaji, roti and then you say अभी वो आम है, आम काट के लेके आओ. And on that arm then people want mango ice cream. On that arm you want some flavors. So no one wants to take it alone. So what they said is fruit is good for health, but fruit should be as a part of breakfast, not of eating completely a meal. All I will see all good juice, पूरा थाली भरा रहेगा. एक बाजू ढोकला, एक बाजू ऊंधियू, एक बाजू पूरी और फिर साथ में मैंगो. So that is where you are taking high carbohydrate meals and then you start eating mango. So that is where it affects. If you are eating only mango, then there is no problem. Because mango season आने में आप फूड में तो compromise कर नहीं रहे हो. उल्टे का 2 चपाती ज्यादा जाता है, कम नहीं जाता. So that is the problem. So that is why mango affects weight. Every season you will see high sugars and high weight after mango. Because खाने का quantity बढ़ जाता है. वो जो दिन नहीं मन होता है वो दिन भी ऐसा लगता है चल ना आमरस ले लेना, आमरस और रोटी खा लेता हूँ, उतना चल जाएगा. So and it's all preservative amras which we eat. It's all full of sugars. That's why you enjoy it. So that is where it's a problem.
Dear friends, actually it's very interesting. The questions are also interesting, answers are also more interesting. But considering the time, some of us need to travel a long distance. So
Okay, one last
you don't
question,
get-
because I posed that to Yogesh also. In one of the articles that said that sweat and urine have very common electrolytes which are expelled out of the body. And there was an experiment that you dip yourself for 45 minutes in a hot water. What you sweat could be akin to a dialysis.
No. There's nothing of that sort. So dialysis doesn't sweat. Whatever is going to remove is just going to probably remove your sodium, which is there. If you see your sweat, once it dries, you see salt.
Yeah.
So sodium and some part of potassium excretion. Dialysis is a complete different modality. Dialysis does not only remove sodium, potassium. It takes care of urea, uric acid, BUN, creatinine. There's a lot of things. It's as good as your, if you believe, probably an example, when you purify water at home, the earlier generation used to use a plain cotton cloth. उस पे रख के,
Yeah.
and then देखो germ निकल गया, dust निकल गया. But that is only visible dust or the chemicals which you are removing. What is there is micron levels पे जो है वो नहीं निकलता. That's why the concept of the candle filters came, and now we have the newer generation, probably zinc based, copper based filters. So that is where dialysis works. At particles or germs or probably chemicals or toxins which are much smaller than what you can imagine. So that is where they will remove. So it will only remove that much. अगर 45 minutes पानी में लोग बोलते हैं 45 minutes you take steam, you lose weight. But that is the water weight which you are losing, not the fat weight. Fat dissolve नहीं हो रहा है. Once you start going to gym, you will see a first 1 week में a flat 2 kg drop of weight. 2 kg कम हो गया, देखो 2 kilo. But that is the water weight which you lose. Fat weight takes long time to go. So वो 2 किलो देख के खुश हो जाते हैं और बाद में फिर वापस खाना चालू हो जाता है. So you never lose weight ideally.
One Viren ka question है.
Yeah.
The alkaline water or a normal filtered water. Does alkaline water have?
So normal water is routinely what is prescribed, which is good enough. Alkaline is, see, it's like when you have everything in life, you want to go one step ahead. So that is for that people. So if you read, people are, Virat Kohli itself is importing water to drink. It's the black water. If you see, a lot of people are drinking, even Ambani's. So that is very costly. So that will have benefit. But for that you have to have routine, तो सब change करना पड़ेगा. वो routine change नहीं करके खाली alkaline water पीने से कुछ फायदा नहीं होने. So it's like I am eating everything. I eat road का पानी पूरी also. I eat sandwich also जो भैया इधर उधर धो के खाता है. मैं कैंटीन में ऐसा किधर भी खाना भी खा लेता हूँ. But water I want is alkaline. So that is not going to happen. So for that sort of thing you have to have that quality of life. Once you reach that stage of life, of course, अभी उतना level of पैसा हो गया तो वो भी सोचता है ना कि इतना करोड़ आ रहा है मैं करूँ क्या पैसे का. So you keep on inventing new things. कि बाबा best क्या है, best क्या है. That is where it is important. Otherwise not. बाकी अगर आप ट्रेन में जा रहे हो, इधर जा रहे हो, तो you're going to अभी फैमिली के घर पे गए, किसी को बोले मेरा अल्कलाइन वाटर लेगा तो people will start laughing at you. अरे कुछ करना नहीं, वजन तो इतना ज्यादा है, ये है, पर पानी अल्कलाइन चाहिए. So that is how it affects. So that concept is, if you are following everything and then you follow that, it looks good. It's like wearing probably the costliest shirt or a blazer and wearing a chappal. So it's that way. अरे कितना भी ये किया, and if same thing is done by a film star, style है.
Swag.
Because that is the concept. Because वो rich है तो वो कुछ भी कर सकता है. Even if they wear that फटा हुआ होली में भी कपड़ा या चप्पल पहन के भी एयरपोर्ट में आ जाएगा तो you will see everywhere in the news. Because they are in that casual mode. And if you wear that corset and go out, people will start laughing at you. कि क्या पहन के आया. So that is
High
how
BP affects.
So metformin is a golden drug, which is the first line medicine.